Welcome back to Burden of Proof. Now, where did we leave off? Hey! Oh shit! Got jump scared by my boy Double Dare. Okay, I think we were just getting into the meat of this case. Double Dare ready to give a daring statement. Looks like he's back to his usual self. Sorry for the double downer thing before. It was hard to keep silent once I knew the truth of Ram's identity. Enough. Read the statement. It's the prosecution's belief that the defendant stabbed the victim with a sword. Why would you say that? The sword that was found in the lobby contained Miss Fletcher's fingerprints. I see. That is a very important fact. I shall add the new information to the public record. Sarah's fingerprints. Things are looking worse by the minute. Maybe we did make a bad decision by taking her case willy-nilly. So you think Vilmar was stabbed near the security room? I mean, she hasn't told us anything about what she's doing. Whether she's actually working with terrorists or working against them by doing other forms of terror. We are not aware. She hasn't really given us anything good reason to trust her other than Conrad used to know that she was a good person, so... Well, there's something else. Detective, we talked about this. No, they have to know! Order. Know what? Analyze the blood that was found next to the security room. Belonged to Hendrick Trey. What? Hendrick Trey? So he was at the crime scene? What? Hold up. This evidence means that implies that Fletcher attacked Trey, not Vilmar. Well, the autopsy does state that he was stabbed. But you continue your statement. Of course, we prepared a mock-up of the events that happened. I need a volunteer to help demonstrate. Oh, me! I want to! Chloe, no. Is this a trial or a school presentation? Great, I just need one more person. I would happily assist you. Oh, hi, Thorn. It would appear the crowd is going wild for you, Prince Thorn. Pathetic. Wow, when did you get here? I've been watching in the audience for some time now. I'm happy to provide my services to the court at any time. Well done. Now if you could stand here. Oh wow, okay. Well, it's just a scene, alright? Yep, you'll have to use your imaginations. I'm Vilmar, Chloe's Fletcher, and Thorn is Trey. I see, and you've marked up the floor with indicators relating to the lobby. Yep. Hey Sarah, I'm playing you! Chloe... Please, Chloe, take this seriously. This is going to be a long day. Right, so at this point, Vilmar is handcuffed to the pipe in the sewers. Trey has already made his way to the lobby. Then Fletcher steps through the mud to get to the lobby, leaving Vilmar. She runs up to Trey and attacks him with a sword. There could be no other explanation for the blood. Trey was attacked right there. Then she goes back down to the sewers and retrieves Vilmar. Wait, that doesn't work. You already have an objection. You're saying that Fletcher stepped through the mud to get to the lobby. Then after attacking Trey, she goes right back to the sewers. Yep, that's right. I find that unlikely. Maybe mainly because it would contradict this piece of evidence. This, I assume? Look at these footprints. Fletcher would have had to step through the mud to get to the lobby. Likely the muddy footprints in the lobby belong to her. Ah, I guess that makes sense. It doesn't make sense as your description of the events. muddy footprints don't go back to the sewer, they go to the suitcases. Oh, you're absolutely right. Detective, please, could I correct the scenario? Can do. Instead of going back to the sewers, Fletcher went to the suitcases. And why would she do that? Only reason I can think of is to retrieve the suitcase. So she wanted to get the bomb. Not just the bomb. I think she moved the suitcase itself. After all, we did find it pretty far from its original position. So where was it moved then? I think I have a piece of evidence that explains where it was moved at this point. Where was the briefcase moved? This? The suitcase itself should explain what I mean. What about it? There's a few notable details that can clue us into where it went. Maybe it would be better explained if I showed you how those details came to be. There's something here that can describe the state of the suitcase. Oh, okay. Glass from the window? If you'll recall, the window in the security room was broken. What does that have to do with the suitcase? Pieces of broken glass were found on the suitcase. I believe they originated from the security room window. Ah, that seems like the right answer. That tells us two things. First, Fletcher moved the suitcase to the security room window. Second, someone broke the security room window once the suitcase was there. What is the point of all this? If we want to uncover the truth of what happened here, we have to understand how everything fits together. The way I see it right now, Fletcher didn't lay a finger on Vilmar. Conrad, you're really good at what you do. I don't know if it'll be enough. Has to be. We can't give up. Not yet. And I'd say Fletcher broke the window, right? No, that's not possible. The window was broken outward. That means someone was inside. And could Fletcher have been inside the room at some point? I don't think so, considering everything. One piece of evidence explains why Fletcher could not have entered the room. I'll have to assume that no one else was at the scene. In other words, if it was just Fletcher, why couldn't she enter the room? That weird thing where the, I don't know. I don't see how this would have to do with anything, but let's try it. The security room door was locked before the police arrived. I mean, someone was in here, got locked in, and then broke the window to get out. Then it still could have been Fletcher. We know Trey was at the scene. He could have locked her in. I don't think so. Look at the footprints again and assume she made them. First thing Fletcher does is goes to the door of the security room. I think this is because she locked Trey inside. Your theories are worthless without proof. Bang bang. Just prove it. Remember how I found Fletcher's fingerprints on the sword? It stands to reason that she wasn't wearing gloves. If that's the case, we simply need to analyze the door handle for fingerprints. Ah, I can get that done in no time. I like that music, though. Very well, we will take a short recess while the detective performs the analysis. I'll see you all back here in 20 minutes. Dismissed. I think we're getting closer to the truth. Yes, but something's not right. I've noticed it as well. Prosecutor Nail is holding back. Holding back? He seems to already have much of this figured out. Yet he's letting it play out by letting you correct the detective. We don't have a choice. We have to keep going. We're heading towards some truth that Neil already knows? Question mark? Miss Fletcher, were you really at the scene of the crime? Whether she was or wasn't doesn't matter. I know she's innocent. I'd still like an answer, though. Not to pry, but after all this time looking for her... Everyone deserves defense. Sarah's other crimes can wait. I will not sit idly by while she gets accused of murder. Yep. I mean, she did do murder? Sir Cross, you've already accused her of murder. Or have you forgotten? Bill Ground was pushed from the roof and died. I know I've made some mistakes in the past. I'm no murderer. I didn't kill Okay. What? I did see him on the roof that day, but wasn't pushed. He jumped. Huh? So it was a suicide. Why? Why did you tell us earlier? So I stole the zero data from the Bank of Prosperity. I wasn't about to tell anyone the truth. I tried to pin it on Bridges. It just seemed like a murder. Why? You've still committed crimes. And for that I will pay the price. But right now... Don't worry, we'll clear your name, I promise. Well, something's not making sense here. Conrad, I don't even know if I'm innocent in all this. That's no way to talk. You're innocent. We'll prove that today. Miss Fletcher, you have the support of my team and I for this trial. You did also hijack my guards, but I'll forgive you, I suppose. Don't hesitate to ask for help. Thank you, everyone. I don't deserve this. Not entirely untrue. Alas, our time is up. We must return to court. Oh, we need to play more parts in demonstration. Yay! Solve this case. Together. Chloe, please. I don't understand the logic of, it's just a lot to kind of drop on us out of the blue. Crosses an eye for guessing the right answer, alright? We did find Fletcher's fingerprints on the security room door. So she did lock it, and Trey was inside. I understand. That means Trey's position was in the security room itself. What I'm confused about is why the suitcase was moved to the window. Considering that Trey was in the locked room, I think Fletcher wanted to eliminate him, using the bomb in the suitcase. My word! At this point, Trey would have broken the window to escape the room. How did he manage to break the window? Your Honor, I think I know what was used to break the window. Okay. Gun. Used this bullet. Or rather, he shot the bullet through the window. The weapon used was the pistol found in the fountain. The angle of the trajectory tells us the bullet was shot from the security room. Aha, I knew you'd figure it out. So Trey had the gun with him. After shooting the window, he likely escaped through there. Must have been when he was attacked. Sorry to interrupt. Is it not possible for him to have been attacked earlier? No, look at the footprints again. Remember, the first thing that Fletcher does is lock the door. She didn't want to attack Trey. She locked him there so he wouldn't be a threat. So when Trey escaped from the room, that's when she panicked and surprised him when he turned the corner. He lost a lot of blood. He must have collapsed. With that threat out of the way, Fletcher must have removed his weapon and thrown it into the fountain. So what happened next? From this point on, it's hard to say. Fools! Use your heads so we can be done with this distraction. The accused removed the bomb from his suitcase and placed it near the gate. This would have completed the original plan to provide an escape route. She couldn't leave evidence behind, and the most pressing thing was the unconscious Trey. She moved him out of the lobby. Through the front gate? Indeed, he moved through the front gate and away from the scene for good. Fletcher didn't bring him through the front gate. Trey left the scene, but he won't be able to pin the crime on him. Wow! No, the story's not over yet. Do you have any evidence that proves your claim? Yes, I have a piece of evidence that will prove that's not how Trey left the scene. Ah! This is why it couldn't happen. Ooh, okay. Great, but why couldn't you pick the right evidence? Ow, I need to think again. Events happened after the bomb went off. Okay. Oh boy. Oh right, it's guard testimony. Earlier, the prosecution presented this testimony from a security guard. It claims that the guard arrived at the scene a mere 10 seconds after the explosion. It's true, he did witness Fletcher leaving, but he didn't see Trey. It's clear now. The guard would have noticed if she was carrying Trey. This means that Trey didn't leave the lobby. Huh. He did leave the lobby, I can assure you, imbeciles. In fact, I now have an idea of where he went. He has an idea now? Does he know the whole time? He was brought to the sewers. Didn't I just try to say that? If he was unconscious, how did Fletcher bring him down the ladder? Patience, I was getting to that. He found a mattress in the passageway, with Trey's blood on it. What? It's likely that Fletcher threw the unconscious Trey down the ladder, onto the mattress. So that means Trey survived the fall. And now belly flop. That task complete. Fletcher must have moved the suitcase. Now everyone return to the sewers. Thank you all for your participation. I believe we can handle the rest. That was certainly a thing. Hold on a second, something just occurred to me. How did Hendrick Trey acquire that pistol? Wasn't he just in a holding cell? Fletcher prepared a lot of things for the escape. Like that sword and the bomb. It's likely she had a pistol prepared as well. If she was breaking Trey out of his cell, why were they fighting in the first place? Trey and Fletcher both wanted the Zero data, but for different reasons. The cretins were fighting over the last hard drive, most likely. What a bunch of petty criminals. Petty? Really? Who? No. Oh, great. Hi! Everyone, please stay where you are. That's right, nobody move. Not again. Let me guess, we're all your hostages? That's right, but not just this room. The country is my hostage. Conrad, what is he talking about? I have with me a remote. This remote can send a signal back to our headquarters. And just what would that signal do? Why, I'd launch the nuke, of course. Oh boy. Order! You will do no such thing in this courtroom. Launching nukes is against the rules. Try me, old man. I'm not afraid to die. Bailiff, be ready to restrain this criminal. What? Ah! Is he? Whoops, fell asleep for a second there. Bailiff. What was I doing again? What? Take me seriously, old man. Any sudden moves and I'll pull the trigger. Then we all share the same fate. Are you really able to launch your missiles? But Fletcher had the last hard drive that you needed. She did. Until just a few hours ago. Broke into her apartment this morning and found it. It was pretty easy. Sitting right there on her desk. So the 209 drive has completed their project. That's right, we plugged in the codes as soon as we got the data. Our missiles are ready to launch. The missiles that they stole back in the 04 incident. Well, must have been planning this for years. Yeah. What do you want? What do I want? What do I want? What I've always wanted now. Or should I say, Ram? I know all about your precious secrets. Time has come to purge this world. Started with you, Cross. Me. Our new society will need capable lawyers. So one by one, I'm gonna test our legal practitioners. If you fail, then you die. Simple as that. If you pass, then you get to help rebuild the legal system once we take control. He's insane, but I have no choice. Mr. Cross, I suggest you do as he says. Alright, I'll play a little game. Excellent! The rest of you just sit back and watch. Any funny business and I'll press this trigger. Now let's begin with a physical exercise. What? I've been playing this game for a long time. So I'd like you to get out of your chair. And do 10 stretches. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3. You get the point. Oh my god. Everybody, been watching this video for 20 minutes. Get up right now and do 10 stretches. 1, 2, 3. Listen to this soothing music. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10. Okay. Done? Good. That should serve as your break. I'm gonna take a break from looking at the screen at least every 60 minutes. What is going on? Great! Let's move on to the media challenge. You'll be prompted to answer a few questions based on modern media. What? The point of this exercise is to determine if you are in the loop, so to speak. Little things like this will add personality to your resume. What the fuck? Also, we find that discussion in TV shows is a positive experience for our employees. What is going on? Are you ready to start? Questions are pretty unforgiving, so be ready. Don't even think about looking up the answers online, or I'll know. What is happening? Actually, I don't want to stretch. I refuse. Achievement unlocked, lazy. I wasn't talking to you, I was talking to our player here. Please continue doing your stretches. You heard him. Oh my god. Oh really, Trey? How will you know? Question 1. Star Wars Episode 4. Who's the protagonist? Luke Skywalker. It's Luke Skywalker, of course. Follows Ben Kenobi and becomes a Jedi. That's right, excellent work. Now the next one. Question 2. In Game of Thrones, which character is Joffrey Baratheon's father? Obviously. It's Jaime Lannister, son of Tywin. Fantastic, you know your stuff. Finally, last question. Can we hurry this up? I don't have all day. My, you are impatient. Very well, we shall move to the last phase of the test. Cognitive ability. I'll provide a series of statements with you, which each contain one error. You can find the error in every statement, and prove it with evidence. You'll pass. Make a mistake, I'll penalize you. So this is a cross-examination. Too many penalties and the game is over. No continues. Oh my god. Your revolver ocelotting me. I should be able to handle this. Subject will be... Ah, yes, Vilmar's death. You see, it's a win-win situation. If you can find the error in my statements, you'll learn something new about this case. So that's what this is going to be. Alright, I'm ready. Fantastic. This will be quite a challenge, I assure you. Think carefully about every piece of evidence at your disposal, Snake. Now, the first statements. Oh my god. After Fletcher attacked me, I was curled in pain. He took the gun away from me and threw it into the fountain. She also cleaned the sword and a bomb using the fountain water. This was done to remove fingerprints and complicate the crime scene. Then she put the sword near the security room and put the bomb near the gate. Then she dragged me to the sewer to keep me safe from the blast. Melted up, the time was around 2 a.m. The bomb was set on a timer to detonate at 2:15 a.m. After dropping me into the passageway, she still had time to go back to the scene. She used that time to move the suitcase down into the sewers as well. Fletcher moved into the sewers to shield herself from the blast. So we were right in our deduction. You've already figured out that much. You really are good, Cross. The bomb was on a timer. That's right. Now, did you spot the error? Error? There's something wrong with that? It's exactly one mistake. One statement that could not be possible. Let's go back over it and prove him wrong. Let's do this. I'm gonna feel like this didn't happen. Okay, there's no time with the guard statement, so this is wrong. Something wrong with those statements. Just find inconsistency and point it out. Then how did blood get back on there? You can't beat me, Ocelot. There's no way Fletcher cleaned the sword using the fountain water. That's because the sword had a clear bloodstain on it. But what if she only cleaned the handle? It still won't work. Mainly because we found Fletcher's fingerprints on this item. Oh, that's right! Well done, you passed the first round. It's true, Fletcher didn't wash those items. There was no time for that. How about instead of playing games, you just tell us what happened already? What fun would that be? Not to mention Cross is taking a test now. When we get to your turn, you'll be deducted 5 points for interrupting me. Now, the second set of statements. Alright. After Fletcher returned to the sewers, it took a moment to catch her breath. But to her surprise, I had moved. What happened was, while she was busy with the suitcase, I was barely able to walk again. With all my strength, I moved off the mattress and towards Vilmar. See, Vilmar was still chained to the pipe. Moved to him, opened his handcuffs, and then carried him towards the ladder. At that point, I dropped Vilmar on the mattress and commanded him to stay. I went all the way back to the bridge, leaving him behind. By the time Fletcher made it back to the passageway, I was gone. Which brings us full circle. As she stood in shock, she knew I would not be caught. I can only assume what happened from here. She took the sword and stabbed Vilmar. Then she waited for the bomb to go off. Once it did, she carried the body back up. She dumped it in the fountain and ran off to the front gate. Wow, that's a lot. So you escaped while Vilmar was in the sewers. Ah, but you don't know if Fletcher really stabbed them because you weren't there. Who else could it have been? Regardless, it's only speculation, and that's not where the inconsistency was. Consistency, that's right. Somewhere in there is a lie. Try not to anger him, Conrad. I have to do this. I have to expose the truth. Alright, let's think about this. Put your thinking caps on, everybody. Towards Vilmar. Heads toward the... this is probably it. There we go. That's it. You claim that you hobbled all the way back to the bridge. That can't be what happened. So you would have seen your footprints in this patch of mud. Ah, you really are good at this. So what did happen? Hey, let the lad enjoy his moment of praise. I think things are looking up for your odds of survival. Fine, play the silent game. Here's your answer. I did escape, like I said. I didn't hobble. Huh? But then? I swam. Through the sewer water. What? How did you make it past the middle gate? There's a hatch on the gate that allowed me to pass through. This hatch was only accessible from the airport side of the passage. Oh, so you swam in sewage. I did what I had to do in order to escape her clutches. Sarah wouldn't have hurt you if you didn't. Wait, what did you do? Why were you two fighting? She wanted the zero data, so it said it could be put to better use than our project. I refused and she dropped the issue. There was something she had. Something that I needed. The drive that she stole from her apartment. Correct. So I took her pistol and shot her. You shot her? That explains her injury. I had no choice. She wouldn't cooperate. You're one to talk. You just said you didn't cooperate and she dropped the issue. Regardless, she spilled the beans. Now tell me this. What piece of evidence explains the location that I shot her? You shot her in the sewers. That's why this blood pool was here. Did I really? What? But what Conrad said makes sense. Let's run it through, shall we? I shoot her in the sewers, then move to the airport. Then later, I shoot her out the window with a single bullet. Weren't there more shots fired from that gun? There were 5 shots fired. We only found 1 bullet in the lobby. I still don't understand. You could have fired off shots earlier. Well, it's just wrong, okay? I'm starting to lose it. I just have to think of something else. Must be another way to piece this story together. Oh. She was shot by the bridge, and this blood pool proves it. Ah, keen mind, Cross. So that means your fight traveled all the way through the sewers. Indeed, it was quite the showdown. Then that's it. This whole incident was the result of your shot fired at Fletcher. Don't be absurd. Ha! You have a point. You took Vilmar as a hostage. That's what started this all. Easy now, we'll get to that in a second. You still have 1 final test to pass. Enough of this. You will not threaten this court any longer. That's how you feel. Maybe I'll just press the trigger right now. Mr. Nail, do as he says for the sake of us all. Thank you, Your Honor. Now then, the last test for our dear Cross. This is it. It all comes down to this. So close to the truth. Just 1 more. Just 1 more lie. 1 more contradiction. I can do this. This was all the way back at the beginning of the event. I don't care what it takes. I will do this. Me and the senator were in our holding cell when Miss Fletcher appeared. She had a proposition for us. She would break us free if we would tell her everything. We accepted, of course, and together we escaped the bridge. There, Fletcher had prepared a secret passageway through the sewers. She also brought a pistol with her for security measures. However, before we entered the passage, I stole her gun and shot her in the arm. Then I took Vilmar into the passageway as a hostage. You see, I knew Fletcher needed him alive. His safety was my insurance. That's when I came across the mud patch. I handcuffed Vilmar to the pipe, then prepared to continue to the airport alone. When Fletcher was persistent, she appeared and chased after me with a sword. I fired 3 shots at her, but she hid behind cover. I used that to enforce my escape. We ran all the way to the airport. The pursuer didn't give up. She climbed the ladder and then she found that I was searching the security room for more weapons. Utilizing the advantage of surprise, she locked me in the room. I think you already figured out what happened from there. Oh. So you're the one who handcuffed Vilmar. It's like a crime. In a short while, your precious legal system will be overturned. I'll make sure my crimes are pardoned. What a hypocrite. Don't test me, Nail. I swear I'll press it. Been saying that for the past hour now. At any rate, I should go back over his testimony. Alright, Trey. I'll figure out what's wrong with your last statements. kind of cover was there in there? Okay, this is what we need. Mud patch. I think the implication was Vilmar was already there when the mud fell. So after you shot Fletcher, you ran through the sewers. That's right. When you came across the mud patch. That I did. Possible. Earlier we had already proved. The mud wasn't there until after Vilmar was handcuffed. Ah, spot on. Oh, so the order of his statements is wrong. That's right. Couldn't have come across the mud patch. Because you're the one that made it, right? Very clever. Yes, I did make it. Fletcher had a bag of mud prepared to cover our tracks through the sewers. Simply poured it on the ground. Why would you do that? Ah, you see, I thought it might slow her down a little. I was getting desperate, fearing for my life and all that. I wasn't thinking clearly. That explains everything. There's no more mysteries left in this case. Cross, there's still one. And that is, who killed Vilmar? Claims it was Fletcher. Everything else he's said so far has been true. So you want to trust a terrorist? This is an extremely rational terrorist. Yeah, glad you can see it my way. Alas, our testing is over. Mr. Cross, you passed. Congratulations. Where's my trophy? Now that your assessment is completed. As a vast old man, there's one thing left to I have to decide. Whether or not any of you should die. But you plan to kill us yourself. Raw, you see, I've found something far more dangerous than my guns. Why didn't you steal nuclear missiles in 2004? You stole other kinds as well. Other kinds? Like ballistics? My team's prepared a precision missile that's undetectable and lightning fast. It has the explosive power to destroy everything within a half-mile radius. In fact, we have full intention of destroying this building. Why would you do such a thing? Send a message, of course. With the courthouse gone, a new era of law begins. Regardless, Cross gets to live. The rest of you, well, you're not exactly necessary for our cause. What? Going to bomb us? To send a message? That's right. We need to show the world we're serious. Thanks to those launch codes, we have an arsenal ready at our disposal. Wait, so the precision missile can fire due to the zero data. That means everyone should evacuate immediately. Not so fast. If anyone moves, I'll do more than just destroy this building. It's really serious, Conrad. No, he's not. What was that? Can't launch a precision missile. Or any missile, for that matter. And I can prove it. Uh-oh. Well, I'm listening. Where do I begin? I do hope you're not making a joke, Cross. No jokes. Trey really couldn't launch a missile, because he doesn't have the zero data. What? But he just told us he stole the last hard drive from Fletcher's apartment. I think it's true that he did go to Fletcher's apartment. But I can assure you, he didn't take the third drive. So you're calling me a liar? I'm not calling you a truther. I held it in my own hands. What kind of trick are you trying to pull now? What you were holding only looked like the zero data. I'm lost. I see. So you switched them. Switched? Before yesterday came to a close, I visited Fletcher's apartment. And I brought something very important with me. Oh, the last fake hard drive. That's right. I had asked Nail, to lend it to me. When I arrived at Fletcher's apartment, I switched out the zero data for the fake. Earlier you claimed you stole the data this morning. Therefore what you took was actually a fake. So, he can't threaten us anymore. It would appear so. Bailiff, arrest this man, quickly. Not so fast. If you try anything, I'll pull the trigger. So? Conrad just said you don't have the ability to launch anything. Let me ask you something. How much do you trust your acquaintance? What do you mean? I trust Conrad. And have you considered the possibility he may be lying? Lying? Cross, you're bluffing right now, aren't you? Conrad! Cross, you wanted me to give up by making some bold revelation. The fact is, you haven't proven anything. What if I press this trigger and we all find out you were lying? Well, you have no way of proving that it wasn't a fake. Actually, I can. Remember what else they said about the data we recovered? You said you plugged in the codes right away. If I recall correctly, the fake hard drives would not allow the real ones to decrypt. That is to say, you need all 3 real ones to access the data. That's why we couldn't launch sooner. However, the data decrypted just fine. We even entered the codes, everything checked out. It really was a fake. We shouldn't have been able to do that. Well, Conrad, is he telling the truth? I'm not lying. I did switch out the drive for a fake. But Ram had a real one claiming to be the fake. If he claimed he had a fake that was actually real, then they would never possibly find the last real one. I have no clue why it decrypted. There, you see? I'm still a threat, so stay back. Hold on a second. What if you already knew? Come again? That's it. You're the one bluffing here. You weren't able to decrypt the data, so you lied. You just told us you input the codes, but you have no way to verify it. No, that's wrong, But admit it, your whole plan is a fraud. Conrad, I believe I can settle this. In the case that real hard drives are combined with a fake one, the result will be a corrupt file. In other words, it can't decrypt. The data will be incorrect. So you put the codes, but they weren't correct. How do you know that for sure? You willing to bet your life on this? We willing to bet all of our lives? Yes. That's the Conrad we know, isn't it? Very well. Your wish will be granted. It's just missile launching. Wait! Everyone evacuate! You can try. The missile has a half-mile impact radius. Estimated time of impact, less than a minute. Cross, we all need to leave now! Nobody move. This is what he wants. It's an empty threat. If we leave now, he'll make his escape. Are you prepared to die for that mistake? Just put me behind bars. You've been a menace to this society for too long. You will be found guilty. Conrad. Time to impact is 30 seconds. Tell us the truth, Trey. What really happened at the airport? That's it, huh? You want to die knowing you did the right thing? You won't get that luxury. Conrad? Confused. Which means... I don't want to die, Conrad. Less than 10 seconds. If I'm wrong, hundreds of innocents will die. Nothing happened. We're well over the impact time by now. Ack! Guards, arrest this criminal now! Nah, don't. Ow. You're what? You've ran out of threats, Trey. Now it's time to face judgment. Judgment! I'll kill you all, I swear I'll do it. You all die today. End. Please put the terrorist in restraints immediately. That. What was that? Conrad, you were right. Trey never had the last hard drive with the zero data. Knew from the beginning. Because you stole it. That's right, actually. It's right here. Ah, that's the hard drive. I kept it with me for safekeeping. Won't ever let it out of my sight. I see. Really should have said something sooner, dunce. That we need to hear the truth from Trey. He's at his most vulnerable when he believed he had the advantage. It was quite the stunt you pulled. I'll say, he double-done and risked all of our lives. We were never in any danger. Regardless, I believe it's time to conclude this trial. Your Honor, the defense has made its argument clear. Indeed, it's time for the verdict. Your Honor, what do you make of this turn of events? I believe there isn't enough evidence to support the defense's claim. What? But we did an astounding job recreating the scene up until Fletcher's escape. As far as I can tell, you haven't proven Fletcher was innocent of murder. Indeed. Let's recap from the beginning, shall we? After freeing Vilmar and Trey from their cell, Fletcher moved them to the bridge. She had a gun with her and had an escape route through the sewers. But Trey stole the gun and shot Fletcher in the arm. Then he took Vilmar hostage and brought him through the sewers. Oh boy, guess we're into part 2 of this trial. We'll continue this next video.